Okay, so what I'm gonna be doing right now is I'm gonna dehydrate some zucchini today. I have plenty frozen in the freezer. This is just something I'm gonna try out just to see. So I shredded it and now I'm well, trying to get it out. So, some pieces didn't wanna shred, but well, I don't know if I want to dehydrate those pieces. Just kind of big. I think it's okay we have a few scraps, right? Okay, so I'm just gonna take this out. And so I have the base of my dehydrator set up out in the garage. I'm gonna do this out there just for noise. My laundry is loud enough as it is. So, and then I think the heat from outside will help this go a little bit faster as well, because zucchini is very, very watery, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. I had to wait to do this because I had to purchase some mesh liners to put on so the zucchini didn't fall through, and I'm really grateful that I did buy these. Now I just have the Presto dehydrator, nothing fancy, nothing like that. So, okay, let me set this over here because I have you gotta stack them a certain way. Like there's some big trays that say this side up, so, and then you have the ones without the handles. But this is the mesh screens that I got. I just Amazon, you know, it didn't really matter. They fit just fine into here. So, but yeah, I'm just big preservation day. You know, the last 2 days, it took me 2 days to mow the lawn. It's so hot outside that I just was dying. And you know, when you're doing that kind of physical exertion, it just wears a person out. But I was busy, you know, washing and cleaning everything. So, and then just relaxing. Over the weekend, I didn't do much because I had the wedding. And that was fun. That was a lot of fun. It was beautiful. Beautiful bride, beautiful groom. It was awesome seeing some family and hanging out. By the way, my name is Steph. This is the Not Basic Homestead if you're new here. So, and then cucumbers. Oh my goodness, so many cucumbers. So I am making big batches of pickles today. I also am gonna try the cucumber and charred red onion relish from the Ball Book of Canning. We're gonna try that out as well today. I think I'm the only one in the house that eats pickle relish, so I thought that sounded really, really good. So we're gonna do that. I did get 5 pints of banana peppers. My father-in-law brought me some from a friend of theirs that grows some, and it worked out because it gave me just the right amount. So I'm excited that I actually have 10 jars of banana peppers stored up for the winter. So, and then I did it with the apple cider vinegar this time. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna do a taste comparison, see which one that I like the best. Then, let's see, I need to make some cowboy candy. So, yeah, like I said, just busy, 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 busy. Lots of stuff. I probably should have done some yesterday. I probably should have done some pickles yesterday, but it's a lot. Like I have my big pink bowls full and I haven't even gone out to the garden yet today, and I know that there's some pickles ready out there. But I'm gonna try, I'm doing a round of the kosher dills because I know that we will eat the heck out of those. Okay, so, all right, now I don't know if I have too much, too little on here. We'll find out, I guess, as it goes. I'm assuming this is probably gonna have to go all day today, and then probably tomorrow when I get off work, they'll be ready. So I'm only working a short day tomorrow, so All right, now let's go take these out to the garage. Okay, so probably not the most ideal location and setup, so, but I had to put them up a little bit so they would reach the plug-in for that. So that's all going, and then all I gotta do is just plug it in to the wall here, and we set and forget. So there it is, going. So I'm excited. I use this dehydrator a lot. Banana chips. Oh my goodness. Every time I make a jar, it's gone. And it takes me days and days and days and days and days to get that done. All right, we're gonna go back inside, and I'll come back later when I'm ready to start doing the pickle relish, okay? Oh, I wasn't thinking there. Oh my, okay. So here's my second batch. I kind of already started prepping. I had to open up the house a little bit because I had the broiler on, and oh my goodness, my first tray I used just a metal sheet pan and I put parchment paper on it. Never again will I do that. My second batch, I put my onions, I sprayed a little oil on my stoneware pan from Pampered Chef, which, by the way, I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got a new apron. I gotta figure out how to get it to fit me a little bit better. It's a little big on the top, but this is my official Pampered Chef apron. So if you need a consultant, hey, I'm all yours, okay? So, but my stoneware pans are not quite seasoned yet. They kind of churn out. They kind of become like a cast iron. So the more you use it, the more seasoned they get, the more non-stick they become. But, so I spray a little bit of oil, and so I broiled these red onions, because we are making the cucumber and charred red onion relish, and I've got it out of this book right here, page 155. You know, I have a large amount of cucumbers, which I am not complaining about at all. In fact, gosh, I did about 4 jars of pickles today, something like that. And I got the 5 jars of banana peppers done. I've got my zucchini still out drying, and all that this called for, this relish, was 2 pounds of cucumber. And I went ahead and I pre-diced it already. So now I'm just gonna get this onion off onto the cutting board and set this pan to the side, because we need to get this all chopped up, and I gotta let it cool down just a bit. So, but boy guys, busy, 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 busy day. Oh my goodness, and laundry. Still working on laundry, always. I don't know, laundry got away from me this time, so that wasn't good. Okay. So I got my old chopper here. This thing is losing it. It is. Whew. I need a new chopper because, you know, I wanted to, said 1/4 inch cubes, and so, oh, see if that'll focus, but that's what I wanted, and this chopper is just losing its strength. But I mean, this is like one of like the original, you know, remember when they first came out with the Vidalia onion thing or whatever, the onion choppers. But I want one that can do different sizes too. So I don't know if anyone has any recommendations at all for that. Okay, hang on, I gotta shut that off. It's gonna. Sorry about that. It's gonna drive me crazy listening to that. It beeps and beeps and beeps for a while. Okay, I'm gonna kind of just roughly chop these a little bit, because I'm finding it's making it a little bit easier to get into the chopper. So, oh my gosh, this is gonna be good, this char. You know, I'm the only person in the house that, see, this thing, then it sticks. See, and then that didn't even, I might have to actually just, old fashioned, just mince this up by hand. Yeah, that's not even, yep. Okay, well, before I do all of that, let's get the spices assembled and let's get everything going in the pot here. I've already got my little jars in the canner, so all right, so it calls for, which I already have, 1.5 cups of white vinegar, 5% acidity. So, and then it calls for 1 cup of sugar, which I'm gonna go ahead and turn that on. 1 cup of sugar, and then let's see, 1 tablespoon of mustard seed. So I'm just gonna pour all the spices in here for now, and then we'll just dump it all. I don't probably need the steps, but shoulder hurts today. I slept wrong. Okay, and then 1/4 cup of kosher salt. I didn't have any kosher salt, so I just used my pickling salt, canning salt, which that'll be fine. And then 2 teaspoons of coriander seed. Now this I'm excited about, guys, because this is my coriander that I grew. So, you know, I had the cilantro and this heat, it just bolted and flowered, and so I let it do its thing, pulled them off, and oop, there's a little stem in there. Missed a stem. That's okay. Oh, missed 2 steps. My hands are kind of sticky from the onion. So, but I got distracted and lost my train of thought. Oh, but anyways, I washed them and then I just let them fully, completely dry out. And yesterday I sat down and took the time. I just turned on some YouTube videos and sat and watched and did that. And so now I almost filled up my spice container. That is exciting. So this is really cool that, you know, I've got a spice of my own in here. Let's see. So I got the coriander seeds, 2 teaspoons of dried crushed red pepper. So, oh, my container's getting low. It's a good thing I got a container downstairs to refill this. So I buy the big ones, and then after I open one or whatever, I'll put it in a quart jar and vacuum seal it so it stays fresher, and then I just refill these little tiny things up here. I'm really learning that helps, and so I don't have so many big things. Okay, 1 teaspoon of ground turmeric. I guess this is where that color is gonna go. And turmeric, you guys, is so good for you for anti-inflammation. I in fact take turmeric every single day just to, it helps with my back and stuff. And plus, you know, we need all the help we can get, right? All right, turmeric's done. And then 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Oh, goodness, lids today. Oh, smoked paprika. I love this stuff. That is, whew, definitely. That might be on my list someday, just to grow and make my own paprika. You know, having my own herbs is always really cool. Okay, so got all of that. So I'm just gonna pour that into the pot and let's give it a stir. This is gonna be interesting. I don't know. I am. This doesn't make very much, but you know what? That relish is, those cucumbers. So we'll let that kind of sit and go, and then, oh, all right, these have cooled off enough to where I can just do this. These are store-bought. My My red onions are tiny, but you know what? They are packed full of flavor. In fact, what's really, really cool is I made myself a tomato cucumber salad. You know, gotta have that. So some of my bigger cherry tomatoes, I just cut those up and put those in there. And I had just a little bit of cucumber left over today, not enough to fill a jar. And I didn't want to like pull out a little pint jar. And then I thought, oh my gosh, cucumber salad. And so what was really cool with that is I used my red onion from my garden, tomato from my garden, cucumber from my garden, parsley from my garden. I mean, I don't know. I had some leftover, we did some Italian dressing, that the packet form kind of. Madison wanted that, and so I had some leftovers, so I just threw that in. I felt it to be very, very extremely flavorless. I mean, there was no flavor to it at all, so I added in some garlic, salt, pepper, all that. So now I'm just letting it marinade. Oh goodness, the house I think is finally getting aired out. I need to close the windows. I had to open it up because I turned that broiler on, and our fire alarms are very, very sensitive. And so I've learned that if I go ahead and open the screen door, the front door, and the back sliding door, and I turn on the ceiling fan in the living room, that it helps keep it from going off. So, I mean, it's nice that it's that sensitive, but yeah, I've set it off quite a few times, and I didn't want to do that during the video or anything. But now it's starting to get hot in here. Oh, if you guys could smell this, I don't know if you can see, but all that char, all of that beautiful char. In fact, I could probably bring you in a little bit closer here. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just mincing away. I won't get this as, I'm gonna try and get these pieces as small as I possibly can to match what I've got in the canner, in the bowl already, because I don't want something that has big, huge pieces, you know. I want the little relishy size pieces. So, oh man, it smells so good already in here. Oh, this onion is just almost impossible. This is a little bit of work, but hopefully, I think it's going to taste good. And I think in the end, it's going to be very much well worth it. So now I'm just going to look through and see if there's any big pieces that I missed. So there's one. Oh, I did try with my pickles, and I think that's about the best I'm going to get here. So, all right, I'll bring my bowl around right here. Where's my bench? There it is. Oh, I forgot to put the lemon juice in there. No wonder it felt kind of light. Whoops. It called for a cup of lime juice, but of course, you know, I don't have lime juice. I have lemon juice, so I threw that in there. This is becoming a sticky mess. Okay. All right, so now I've got the lime juice, the lemon juice in there. All right, I gotta wash my... Okay, so it's been 10 minutes. I went ahead and I took the time. I got a lot of dishes done. I've made a lot of dishes today, so. Okay, so, oh man, I don't know if you guys can see the color of that. So now I'm gonna stick that paper towel in my liquid there for my vinegar. So now I'm just gonna, kind of had these guys at a boil. Whoops. So I can only fit 8 at a time of these ones in here. These were gifted to me, and I knew the second I saw them. They're the little wide half-pint jars. So kind of you don't see those very often anymore. I know 4 jars has come out with some, but I think those all sold out really, really quickly. But the second I saw these, I thought those will make the best jars for relish. So, because I mean, I don't go through a lot of it, and like I said, where it's just me that eats it. So, but this, oh man, this is gonna be good on hot dogs, brats, burgers. My mouth is watering thinking about it. So, let's see, what do I got? 2, 4, 6, 7. I thought 8 could fit in there. Maybe I'll let this guy sit in there while we fill these, huh? Okay, so now 1/2 inch head space. So, okay, so it says to take a slotted spoon and fill it up to a 1/2 inch, and then you're gonna add in the liquids. So, well, the 1/2 inch, that's the 3rd one. So, okay. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay, there's 1. It looks interesting in color. I don't know, it's pretty actually. It's really pretty. Gosh dang it, I can't. Yeah, that's the 1/2 inch, so a little bit more. I do kind of want to take a little taste of it, you know. I really do. So I'm curious, you know, with like the coriander and stuff in there. I don't know, like, we will find out. So, all right guys, I'm gonna get these jars filled up and come back, okay? Okay, so I've got most of these jars filled. Now I'm just gonna go through and debubble, check the head space on these, because we need a 1/2 inch head space. Yep, that one's right on. So kind of like to get these wiped and put on. All right, let's check this one. So debubbling. I hope this is a good view for you. You just kind of move it around, smush it back down. So, and then you measure. This is could use a little bit more liquid in here. So it's kind of hard because since I'm doing 1/2 pints, because this calls for 5 pint jars, and I'm not going to do relish in a pint jar. Oh, I'm still using up my ball lids. So on the regular, on the wide mouse at least, and plus, it's all right, you know. I mean, they still work. They're not hurting anybody. Okay, that is right at a 1/2 inch. Take that off. What's your favorite kind of relish? Do you like dill, sweet? Which one do you like? I like dill relish. I am a dill relish girl, but I have enough dill pickles that if I need dill relish, all I do is I just chop up the pickles a lot of the times. But I have, you know, for a few years been wanting to make my own pickle relish. So this is kind of exciting that I get to do that. All right, there, that's at the 1 inch mark, or 1/2 inch. These jars are just adorable. I just can't get over how cute they are. Remember, everything goes fingertip tight. This is a little sticky because the sugar's in there. So I have plenty of frozen bell peppers, and I'm hoping to get some more. And I forgot that I have a thing to make pepper jelly. Oh my gosh. So I'm hoping to get enough. So I'm going to do the cowboy candy with the jalapenos that I have. That's going to, come soon. And then if I get more jalapenos growing, they're just little and tiny. And one plant keeps getting flowers, and the flowers keep just dropping off. I don't know what's going on with it. It's one that was gifted to me. It's called a Mr. Gringo. But it just, he just don't want to produce. But then again, you know, we've been having so many hot days. But I thought they liked the hot, dry weather. So, and I wonder, because I usually put my jalapenos and peppers on the south side of the house, and they do amazing. And I think where I have them at right now, they're getting too much water. And so they're not happy. But you'd think with it drying out like it is that it'd be all right. Oh, this is hot. So, all right, that needs just a little bit more. It's okay if some of the solids comes in with the liquid up there. All right, let's get these jars in the can. Okay, so it says it's a process time of 15 minutes. I'm gonna try and squeeze these as close together as I can, because then I'm gonna see if that last little jar will, probably just take it out. But I'm gonna see if I can fit that last little jar in. Because I feel like I should be able to get, because I can get 8 wide mouths. I don't know why I can't get 8 of these in. Maybe I just didn't have it. Maybe I had too much space in between everything. So, I don't know. This is a really, really pretty color. I've never seen a relish that color before, so. I'm sure the red onion and the turmeric really did that. Oh, yeah, yep. I will be able to fit in that last jar. So, ooh, that's a cur lid. Well, they're cur jars. All right, let me fill up that last jar. All right, and there is number 8. So now, shoot, that was hot. I thought I had a hold of the other part, but I touched the metal. Ouch. Okay. Ew. I'm always hurting myself, no big deal. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn this up to high, and then once this gets to the rolling boil, we'll process it for 15 minutes. And then I still have quite a bit of stuff left. So I do have some just regular half-pint jars out, washed and ready to go. So I will just keep filling until they're full. But they need smell-o-vision. I agree. Oh, it's wonderful. So we'll come back when these are processed, okay? Okay, the last batch is finally done. I ended up with 3 half-pint jars. One of them, when I pulled off the lid, fell off because I didn't fill the rest of my canner. So that's gonna go in the fridge probably tomorrow. We will see tomorrow if it seals or not. So, but with it being knocked down, so, but look at that. So let's see.
Why does it look really good?
It looks really good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't that pretty?
Why?
It's very pretty. So, and then the one that I know tipped over, I'm gonna keep it separate from the rest, just so I don't have anything to worry about. So today was a busy day. I processed cucumbers 2 different ways, kosher dill pickles and the cucumber and charred red onion relish. So, whew, let's see, I got 26 jars of the kosher pickles. Four of them are spears. And then I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 jars of the relish. And then I got 5 jars of banana peppers done. And my zucchini is still out dehydrating. So, oh, I had a busy day of processing. Tomorrow I'll have a lot more. So I'm thinking homemade pesto with all my basil.
She did a lot today.
Yes, I did. We had to stop and take a break and go get dinner. I wasn't cooking and the stove was full, so and it was just us girls, so we went out and got a little special something, just because, right? Okay, well, and then yeah, homemade pesto. Since I have so much basil, I want to try that. I think it's just going to be amazing. So, but I hope I inspired you. Just so you know, if you do have an overabundance of cucumbers, you know, you can do a lot of different things with that. So, and I know I will have more coming, and I will be doing different flavors of pickles. I think I got like, what, 18 jars of the kosher dill downstairs. So we're good. We're good on kosher pickles for the year. So, but I want to thank you guys for spending time with me. Hi, Bo. Hope we inspired you, and God bless, and live your life to the fullest. Bye-bye now.